The Monkey Ace, generally considered one of the better towers in BTD6. Hell, just recently we saw a 1TC with the Zarabamba here. Obviously you can't start with the Monkey Ace without Monkey Knowledge on Chimps mode, so technically speaking that doesn't count, but that's just me. Anyways, I got to thinking, right, because the Monkey Ace can do quite literally everything. He can do whatever you want, from the Sky Shredder to the Zarabamba to Flying Fortress, and even if you want to get crazy with it, the Goliath Doomship as well. I began to wonder, can the Monkey Ace really solo Elite Bloonarius? So in order to make this actually feasible, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be allowing farming and villages for the purpose of farming. So I will not be using villages to give jungle drums or radar scanner or anything really. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this man on Figure Infinite here. We're just going to let him go. And we're going to see if we can really take out Elite Bloonarius tier 1 through 5 with just using Monkey Aces to defend. Because I don't know about you, but I don't know how well this is going to go. I tried something similar to this, where I tried to do Monkey Aces only for defense versus all bosses. That was before even the Tac Paragon was introduced. So we're going to see how this goes. It feels so weird making a BTD6 video, especially after not making one for months, really. So because we don't have many of the typical towers that we would use for farming, so stuff like the Alchemist, stuff like, basically, the Rubber to Gold and Engineer combo was like the primo farming method, and it still is to an extent. But like, because we don't have that, we just have to stick with getting a bank, getting into the Monkeyopolis, that stuff. Basically, the usual, really. So you might be wondering by this point, what is the plan for tier 1? Well, what I'm gonna do, right, is I'm gonna be potentially stupid, but also potentially smart. And I'm gonna go for a Spectre, right? Spectre for the insides and for some decent damage. And then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to use the rest of my money that I get from the farms and whatnot, or from basically just the Monkeyopolis here. Oh, I don't have enough money, that's not good. Okay, so we have the Spectre, right? The Spectre is not going to be enough to take down tier 1 in a reasonable amount of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply go for fired planes that are on Wing Monkey. That's all I'm going to do. Fighter planes on Wing Monkey. It may seem a bit ridiculous that I'm just spamming tier 3s at this point, but if we want to take Bloonarius down in a reasonable enough amount of time in order to actually have money left over for farming, right, and have time left over for farming, we have to do this. So tier 1 actually went down a lot later than I expected, but again, I only had 4. If I gotten them up to maybe 4th tier, then yeah, I would have taken them out quicker, but at the same time, I wouldn't have had the time needed to really farm harder. So this is what I'm going to do, right? Sell everything, right? Get the BRF, and this should be the defense until tier 2. And I'm going to farm even more if I can, and I will meet you at tier 2, where we're going to see Bloonarius' big, thick ass. Hold on, wait a minute. Alrighty, so we're here at tier 2, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a Spectre. You might know where this is going by this point, especially with the amount of money I have in here. Each one of these is, the ones around the Monkeyopolis are around 4k, the ones that are not around the Monkeyopolis are around 5k. You probably know what's going to happen about it now. Okay, I'm going to do some quick math here. So that is 66. So we have 66, and that is not enough, but that's okay, because we can just sort of sit here and, well, make money as time passes, really. Not only that, we can also nuke this guy and nuke this guy. We have no more cam detection, sadly, but we do have boss protection in the form of a Flying Fortress. Now, does this mean we're out of the woods? No, because we also have to get some kind of defense for the camos. So I'm going to go for just a very simple Operation Dark Storm. Not set on Wing Monkey, just set on probably Figure Infinite. That should be enough, right? Should. So tier 2 went down, right? And now this is going to go fast. We're going to sell, because we don't have to deal with any more camo. We don't have to deal with any more camo leads. And big rushes of camo are a little scary, I'm not going to lie, but they're not too bad. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we're gonna add a never miss with the spy plane, just to really make sure that we don't die this time. So this is gonna be what we're gonna be doing, right? We're just gonna be farming as much as we can, really. And hopefully that we're gonna get enough for tier 3, because honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do for tier 3. Because we're not gonna make enough money to get... Are we dead here? I swear to God. Man, if we're dead here, I'm gonna be so upset. Like, genuinely. Oh, Lord. Are you joking me? Are you actually kidding me? That's not... that. Oh, my Lord. This is barely not enough. Wow, okay. I'm just gonna... You know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't care. Anyways, I don't know what I'm gonna do for tier 3, honestly, because tier 3 has bad balloons, has 2 million health, which I don't know if we're gonna be able to punch through. So, yeah. We're in a dire situation right now. Alright, we're at the precipice of tier 3 here, right? And this is the only tier that I don't know what to do, honestly. Obviously, we can get the Flying Fortress. Obviously, we can get the Sky Shredder. Other than that, I don't know what really to do. We could spam Ground Zero abilities, but at the same time, not only are we not making enough money for that, but we're going to be bleeding money hard from that. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try with just a Flying Fortress, a Sky Shredder, then probably, I don't know, spamming Spectres maybe. This is a complete mess on screen right now of darts, and darts flying everywhere, all centered on Bloonarius here. Again, I don't know if this is actually going to work. I don't know if we're going to kill him in the allotted time, even. So, progress support, right? Look at the amount of Spectres I have on screen. I have all of these. I have all 3 tier 5s, and all of these are just Spectres that are set with the lots more darts cross spec for more DPS. And the damage is not there. It's just not. I mean, like, we'll obviously probably beat him, but at the same time, it's just like, look at the round. It's round 96. Look at the health, and look at the amount of Spectres and the amount of money I put into this, right? Even if we did somehow magically defeat him, right? This is not enough time to actually get the money we need for tier 4, because remember, tier 4 is 8 million health. And the insights only get worse because now they're fortified. The only issue is we only have 20 rounds, we're on round 98. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset to back to round 80. I'm going to get the Flying Fortress, and I'm going to essentially get... not many this time. I'm only going to get a couple Spectres. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a home lane defense. I don't want to use the home lane defense. I will put the home lane defense in a place where it will not, you know, where the jungle drums will not buff other towers or you know, it'll affect anything. So like over here in the corner is maybe with a home lane defense. And if not, I'm going to have to really start scraping the bottom of the barrel for what might help and what might not. Even with a homeland, right, and far less Spectres, but... we're building the Spectre army as we go on. Even with the homeland, obviously the DPS is more consistent this time, but at the same time, it's still not there. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to think about what I could possibly do, and hopefully that the third time is the final time. So what I'm going to do, right, is first off, right, I'm going to get the Sky Shredder, and then I'm probably going to not go for the homeland, right? Maybe. I might go for the homeland. I don't know. I'm actually actively going to give debuffs this time. And if the debuffs can't do it, then I don't know what can. Perhaps this challenge is possible with somebody, you know, in the hands of somebody who is much more skilled than I am. You know, no villages needed. Basically, just, you know, Monkeyopolis for farming and Monkey Aces for defense only. Perhaps somebody else can do it, but then, you know, more capable than I can. But what I'm going to do at this moment is I'm going to just simply play. I'm going to get the Sky Shredder, going to get the homeland, and go for debuffs this time. This strat works. I went for the homeland. I have 2 debuffs. I have this guy and then this guy in the corner. Every activation of both the Glue Strike and the homeland, right, just piles on the damage, which you'll love to see. If I can get this fucking Monkey Ace in here, thank you. Obviously, you know, I tried this before, but that was before, you know, a lot of the nerfs to things. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it. I mean, the DPS is there. The DPS is there. Now it's a race against time to see if we can actually push through tier 3 and move on to tier 4. Okay, so I'm feeling comfortable enough with the DPS that I'm able to actually start farming again, right? I've started to play, you know, upgrade farms, place farms. But even then, like, we don't really have much time until tier 3. Not tier 3, tier 4. And while I would love for this to be a winning run, I don't know if it'll actually happen. As you see, I've gotten the third debuff here now. Okay, so tier 3 goes down. Finally. These guys are going to be my two main things. What I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to focus on getting as much farming as I can. So, here we are at tier 4, right? Here he comes. 8 million health. I'm not able to take that out with the tools that are allowed to me at the moment, which is just, well, monkey ACES. However, what I can do is I can get something that's equally as strong. And in order for me to do that, I need to pass the rounds faster. And there really is no way for me to pass the rounds faster, especially since these, since they're monkey ACES, they don't have targeting options. It's just, pattern options, which don't really do much for, helping. So the only thing I've really got to do is really just use the Zarbamba ability to the best of my advantage here, and hope that I'll get enough money. So we have the money for the Paragon. We have the money for the Paragon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it. 39 without any additional help. And now, that should be more than enough. Just look at the DPS already, Jesus Christ. Oh, tier 4 went down. I was so focused on fucking building farms that I forgot Bloonarius was on screen for a second. I will meet you back tier 5, where hopefully the Paragon should be the Paragon should hopefully be able to deal with it all. Here we go, the final tier Bloonarius. So what I'm gonna do, right? If you check, right, without the engineer overclock, this only makes about half, which should really give an idea of just how strong the engineer overclock really is. Now we have a level 40 Paragon. It's not much stronger than the one that we built for Bloonarius tier 4, but 40 is better than nothing. And now we should be able to take care of Bloonarius tier 5 relatively easily. Obviously, we're gonna have to use the ability a little bit, but I'm hoping that this goes down with relative ease. Okay, can we take a sec to appreciate the amount of balloons that this spews out whenever I use the ability, right? You do this, and now suddenly the trank is filled. It looks like bro just nuts everywhere, and then balloons come out. Hold on, I can't believe I just said that. And down goes Bloonarius tier 5. Because let's be honest, I mean, he didn't stand a chance with level 40 Ace on the screen. Degree 40 Ace Paragon, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, like, does that answer the question if Bloonarius can be beaten by nothing but monkey aces? Yes and no, because tier 1, 2, 4, and 5 can be defeated, but not tier 3. Tier 3 you must have support in order to deal with tier 3. Now, if somebody can do this without any, external help with debuffs, just the ace, villages, and farms, obviously, then, let me know. I would post it to YouTube. I would love to see it. Anyways, I'll see you later.